What's going on YouTube? It's your man Spaceman Dre back again with another video. Now I know y'all wondering. Hold on, before you even click off. I know you're wondering, where have I been? I got y'all with a video explaining where I have been, why I've been away for so long, whoop in the third to answer all of your questions. But right now, let's just hop straight into today's video. As you can see by today's title, I'm about to talk about my clothing brand and how it's going so far, and maybe that could kind of answer some of the questions on where I have been during my hiatus. You probably want to know why I started a clothing brand. I was always into fashion literally through like my whole entire life.
Cap.
First inspired by Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite wrestlers to ever touch the daggone earth. Now his style and just whole aesthetic was just so unique. At that time, I never ever seen anyone dressing like that. Face paint, the armbands, just everything he had, the hair dye, all of that, the aesthetic itself with Jeff Hardy, it was just amazing. Put it in my head like people could really, you know, like your style by you being you. Honestly, that just sparked the flame in me to just keep on, you know, going at fashion. Going into middle school, I could not really afford too many things at all, really. I was just making money off of like shoveling money and raking money with my brother. So during that time, I was really into Hollister and things like that. Then jumping into high school, that's when I figured out people about like Playboy Cardi. Figured out about him my freshman year, and then I figured out about, you know, the designer brands like Gucci, Balenciaga, Rick Owen, all types of things like that. I did start my clothing brand. It was 2020. During my little hiatus when I was away from you guys, I was shopping on Instagram one day, just scrolling through my Explorer page, trying to look for a little bit of inspiration or whatever the case may be for any type of outfit. Just try to see a new brand, something that I can buy that's just different. And I couldn't really come across too much stuff. This was during when COVID was going on, malls were closed, all things like that. And one day I literally said, you know what, why don't I just start a clothing brand of my own? But I also had a family friend that basically put it in me like, yo, you can put your own art on your clothes. He at the time had this brand right here called Astro. Now he was the one that inspired me and my brother. It's not just my brand, but it's my brother's brand as well, to start up a brand. He inspired me definitely because he was the only person really around that I truly loved his clothes during the time. Get into the name. Now the name of the brand is called AFH Gates. Now that right there, I just say AFH. Everyone that knows the daggone brand says AFH, but what it stands for is Angels from Heaven Gates. Now right there, I had thought about this in 2020. The first ever name was Angels to Heaven. Then the name after that was Heaven Gates. Now what really has stuck in my head, because knowing that Heaven Gates is such a broad term and knowing Angels from Heaven is also a broad term as well, I just said, how can I combine these two literally to make a clothing brand name with an acronym as well that people could really catch on to as well. And that's when I had developed the brand known as Angels from Heaven Gates. It's not known, but it's gonna be known. It's gonna be known, trust me. It's gonna be known. I literally would go on and talk to my brother, and this was made in March 2020 when we had got the business registered. That's when we had start figuring out things about LLC. And during that time as well too, that period, I was also working at a job. I was working at a credit union where it was literally just taking my soul. It was draining me. It was draining me. And I had no ambition. I had no really, you know, to really get me to really push this clothing brand. So I didn't really start the brand at all, like the first pieces, the first mock-ups, things like that, and so on and so forth. I didn't really start that till the fall of 2020. So that's when I announced it on my Instagram story. I said, hey, this is the clothing brand that I'm going to be making. During that time, I had been doing a little bit of constructing for the brand, me and my brother both, and we did not drop for a year. A complete year. We went through so much phasing, so much, you know, trying to work the insiders and outs, because it's always impact over income. Always tell yourself that, impact over income, because if you just worry about just strictly your income, then it's literally going to show in your craft and it's going to show in your brand or whatever it is that you're trying to make. I wanted to make a brand where 50 whatever years from now, I could literally stop making clothes and make another product, and it will still sell. It will still honestly, you know, be relevant to the market. Now, why, you're probably wondering, Angels from Heaven Gates, why is that I picked that name? Why is that you know, me and my brother, we even chose this, and really it was because during that time I literally had like a whole hiatus. I went on like a spiritual awakening or spiritual hiatus partly as well too. That was like partial in my hiatus, and I literally got closer to God. I literally got closer, like, with my spirit, and really like dissecting like the spiritual reality and things like that. I really just started digging deep into the spiritual realm. Just woke up and I was like, you know what, I do not see any clothes, any modern day clothes that I would wear at a party where it's like Christian based or like Christian aesthetic or whatever the case may be. Let me just make a modern day Christian brand where I could just make it pop so good that you could wear this to a party, you could wear this to the club, you could wear this to anywhere. But it's not only just that. Every piece has a story, and it's basically propaganda on art. I definitely don't explain the pieces at all, but it's meant for you to see the meaning, think what you think the meaning is yourself, and probably question why I put this there, why I put that there. I also have editors as well, not just me and my brother only make the designs. We'll make some designs. If there's certain designs that we can't make, then we hit up our editors. We have editors that help us, and we literally go along the way. We tell them what to place where, and all that stuff. So literally I cannot, it's literally a team effort with this right here. The first ever drop was in September. So it was, I believe, September 25th, 2021 was the first ever drop. First ever drop, we did a photo shoot. It came with 3 original colorways and a bonus pack. All right, and this was the bonus pack right over here. Now this bonus pack dropped the same day with the original collection. This was it right over here. It was just shirts basically, because at that time, that's literally, when you first start, either you're about to make hoodies or you're about to make shirts. And I was like, you know what, let's make a shirt. The first day sales were very good, just especially for a brand starting off. We definitely did very good with our first ever drop. I don't want to get into numbers, but I'll just show a picture right over here, and that could kind of show you how things kind of had went. We took another approach. We took another little hiatus, just working with the brand, working with designs, and really getting into, seeing and knowing and gaining more knowledge about brands, about manufacturers, about, how to make this design, just the business aspects and things like that, and part of the brands, and not just like, oh yeah, how can I just make a clothing brand? But how can I make a brand that will literally stand 100 years from now had it been sold to another company? What happens if I, collab with Sony right now or whatever the case may be? I wanted to literally think of every aspect, just making this brand, and not just something lazy or anything, but I wanted to put in my all. And we literally did. Literally, we had put in so much effort, invested so much time, so much money into this brand, and literally it's doing so good right now. Words cannot even describe. Literally, we had took about a year off, not even a full year, but it was about 10 months. We were getting close to what is it that we are about to drop. We were working on sketches, working on designs, working on different things, and we had lots of throwaways, but we were really thinking, what is this brand lacking? What are the ideas that we can really put into it? And the brand wasn't just only made, just for Christian clothing, but then that's when I started thinking, okay, what if I made a brand, not only just Christian based clothing that looked like modern day art with propaganda on it, but what if we made a whole entire world, a whole entire brand set up into a way where what if you can see inside of heaven gates? From that point on, the direction going there forward was literally just clear as daylight right there. We had literally developed so much ideas, sketched so many designs, and we were just basically going about that. That is still the motive. And if we could see in heaven gates, what would everything be like? That's when we developed another thing. We had developed so much stuff and so many ideas, but that is when I developed a planet called Cano Track. Now, Planet Cano Track is no track. You cannot track any person on that planet. So that's literally nice right there, and I thought that was pretty creative and pretty genius right there. Ditch the Earth part right over there, and that's when we say, you know what, let's just literally make our own world where we can make Christian clothes, still get a message on our designs, but basically do it in a way where we will not get copyrighted, we won't get sued, anything like that. So we made our own planet with a heaven on that planet, if that makes sense. The planet is called Canotrack. There is one side that has a utopian society where angels from heaven gates. Those are the clothes that they wear. Those are the clothes that protect them on that side. On the other side, I have another brand coming out as well called DFH Gates. Now that is called Demons from Hell's Gates. That also shows the little twist, basically showing what would life be like in hell. What are some dark pieces, dark aesthetic, things like that. It's not only just, you know, showing you the religious based part about it too, but it's also showing hidden agendas and hidden meanings behind that clothes as well, the clothing pieces as well. When we developed this, we got a clear understanding for where we wanted to go with all of the pieces, all of the parts, and then that's when we really started getting closer to our release date. Now what we had did, oh my goodness, what we had did was super duper crazy, but one day we was like, you know what, we're getting closer and closer, so let's start the rollout. And how we started the rollout was we made a TikTok. Now prior to doing that, I have never really even been on TikTok. I think I've probably been on TikTok like once every 3 months. I was not on TikTok at all. My brother was not on TikTok at all. Neither one of us was on it at all. So then we made one, and literally our second video had blown up talking about what we were going to do next. And as you can see right over here, we had dropped 100 free shirts. We had dropped 100 free shirts, and as you can see, the shirt design is right behind me. Now this was one step into our next direction on where we wanted to go with our brand. And you said, you know what, let's try to get the hype behind the brand, because we went away for 1 year. So definitely for delaying our brand, delaying our collection that we had coming up, because we were supposed to drop pieces before that, but you know, it looked like a cash grab. The pieces weren't there. The pieces weren't there. And if my soul isn't in it, if my brother's, you know, business partner's soul isn't in the work, then we're not going to drop it. You know, we're not going to drop it at all, because then it would definitely look like we're just trying to get your money. Now when we had did this, oh my goodness, we did not expect for this to even go like that. But if you mentioned free, I guess, you know, it's just gonna pop off. For our second video on TikTok, for it to do numbers like that, we were saying, hey, we definitely have something on our hands right here. So then that's when we made our website, and we also announced the release date for the free tees. We just want to see how people will react when we drop them tees. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. First off, nobody even knew the quantity that we were dropping at all, and I want to make a whole video about this too, but I'm not going to go into depth, but I'll just explain a little. We had dropped it basically within the few seconds. In 3 seconds it literally sold out. It sold out. It sold out. We tried to go for it as well, and you know, a lot of people were thinking it was fake. A lot of people were thinking like, you know, this is a scam, they're just ripping us off. But we were showing proof. We started shipping out things, and yeah, that's when things started really going crazy for our brand. Once we got that confirmation, and especially the numbers and the amount of people that was on the site as well, we said, you know what, it's definitely go time for the brand. We definitely have to make something move. We definitely have to drop a collection. We have to literally do something. So we had made these designs right over here, and that was the collection right over there. At first the collection wasn't going to have shorts, it wasn't going to have hoodies, but the thing about it was this: we were also moving as well with time, and we also promised our audience that, you know, we were going to drop something, and these were just literally push away, just throwaway designs. And when we had dropped it on our drop date, September 15th, I don't like bragging, I don't like, you know, flaunting things that I have or whatever the case may be. We definitely, what I will say and leave it at that, is we had definitely did way much better than our first ever drop. Within the first day, we had did better than our first ever drop. Within the first, not even within the first day, but within the first 4 hours, which is pretty good. And I know for a fact we could definitely do better. I know the future is definitely looking bright, but as for right now, this is how our brand is going, and we are basically getting ready to ship out the orders. I'm talking to you guys as well too, shipping out orders, batches coming through from our manufacturers. I'm going to show different things like that. And here are a few designs that I actually have with me right over here, and we're just going to talk about them. We're just going to hop straight into them. So the collection was called Road to Heaven Gates Collection. The reason why I named it Road to Heaven Gates Collection, I got the inspiration from Travis Scott when he made Days Before Rodeo. Now, Days Before Rodeo, before he even made Rodeo, was completely like amazing. I just love like how he did that. Before he was really about to change his aesthetic and, you know, show the world like a different approach to his music, different ear sound for, you know, Travis Scott. He literally had dropped Days Before Rodeo, a little taste to kind of show what he's going into. And this was this collection right over here, Road to Heaven Gates Collection, with all of these numerous pieces. This was the artwork that we're stepping into right now. As you can see right here, I'm going to show a little get a little clips and stuff like that. I definitely love this design right over here, but it's kind of starting to get boring, but I still love the design right over here. Now, as you can see right here, it is a woman traveling on a star that is glowing with wings, and this right here is the Road to Heaven Gates tee. Okay, this was the tee that we dropped 100 of these for free, and it literally had went crazy. Now this shirt right now is available right now, priced at $38. It is DTG graphic. Okay, this one is a sample. This is the first ever sample right over here, so it doesn't have any neck print or anything like that. All right, it takes 1 to 2 weeks for shipping, production, all of that for the shirts, but for like the shorts, the hoodies, things like that, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks, full weeks, and if there is a delay, we'll literally let you know. The reason why it takes longer is because we have a different manufacturer for our shorts, hoodies, things like that. We also have Afterpay, Klarna, A-Firm, literally you name it, it's on there. And it's just different ways literally that you could split the payment, so you do not have to put everything up front. You can literally just put as little as, you know, $9 or $12 or whatever they're requesting and stuff. You just literally pay that in every 2 weeks of installments. So yeah, that's that right there. Moving into the last design that I want to talk about is our highest selling design ever, and it is the Fallen Angels tee right over here. Now this is the Fallen Angels tee. All right, I'm not even gonna explain the artwork. You just ask yourself why everything is even on here, placed the way how it is, the colors are the way that they are. You see exactly what you see on this shirt. I want you to comment below, all right, the meaning that you're seeing behind these designs, if you even see these designs. But this right here is called the Fallen Angel tee. All right, now right here, I just love this design. I love the pink with it. I love all of the colors that literally clash. It's so colorless but so colorful at the same time, and literally you could throw this on with so much. I'm gonna have a video coming up, probably either my next video or the video after that, basically showing and styling this tee, because this is my favorite tee from the collection. Now closing up definitely with this video, I do want to say that we have a lot coming and we have a lot in store for the future. All right, now the prices, we try to literally keep them so good. Things can be a lot, you know, and definitely I know the price point of things like that. For instance, I would not myself want to pay, you know, too much for something. For instance, if it's not designer, even designer at that, is some things that literally are too high that I would not want to pay for. So our lowest price right now in the collection is $25, and our highest price is $55. Everything is free shipping. There are also deals on the site. For instance, if you spend $110, you get one item for free. All right, this is our $25 shirt, and I also have it behind me as well too, right over here. That is also the Highway to Heaven Gates tee, and it is inspired by our friend Poozy, which you will see in a promo video coming up. I don't want to say too much about it, but you will see some stuff. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you are new, it is your man Spaceman Dre checking in, checking out, and I want to make sure that I definitely stay on point with dropping these uploads, uploading and dropping, you know, these videos for you guys, because literally I went on a hiatus. I ghosted you guys, but you guys have been showing nothing but love and support in the comment section. The subscriber count has not definitely stayed the same at all. I came back and we're at 1,000 subscribers, so literally thank you so much. Road to 10k. Well, I think we could officially say road to 10k. It's safe to say road to 10k, and I'll see you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new, and I'm out of here. You'll see me in the next video.